to be replaced by nagging uncertainty about the future. Andy Verity, BBC News.
And we know that markets hate uncertainty. Let's talk to China expert Bruce Stokes, who's visiting senior fellow at the German Marshall Fund. Sir, welcome to BBC News. When it comes to these 125% tariffs that Donald Trump is insisting he's maintaining on China, what risks is he taking?
Certainly, he's taking a risk that the Chinese will stay the course. They will not bend the knee as he would like them to do. And in which case, huge amounts of goods that had entered the United States either won't come in because they're too expensive, or it will push up prices in the United States if consumers continue to buy them. But a bigger problem may be that the Chinese own about 9% of American bonds. And they really don't have to stop buying bonds, new bonds. They just need to stop renewing the bonds they hold. So the bond market may still be an ace in the hole that the Chinese have.
How much US debt does the Chinese government have?
How much what? I'm sorry?
How many treasuries? How much US debt does
they own 9% of the treasury market. Only the Japanese own more. So you don't need much of a deviation by the Chinese from their purchasing habits. They don't need even, as I say, they don't need to sell. They just need to stop renewing and buying. But if that spooks other bondholders, even what Trump has done may not be sufficient.
But if they do decide to potentially start selling off or not renewing, as you say as well, the US treasuries, there's a risk to China themselves.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, these tariffs pose a risk to China. What they do with the money that they don't put into U.S. treasuries is a risk to China. But I think we have to assume that Xi Jinping thinks that politics is more important than economics. And his hero is Mao, and certainly Mao thought that. And so the Chinese may be willing to inflict a certain degree of pain on their own people to not bow the knee to the American diktats. One of the challenges Xi faces, unfortunately, is the economy is already slowed dramatically. It's not growing at 6 or 8% the way we became used to. It's more like 3 to 5%. So the Chinese government was already plowing new subsidies into the domestic market. They will have to plow even more of those subsidies into this domestic market to keep down political unrest.
I wonder, apart from holding the 9% of US bonds, does China have any other levers in order to rebuff this 125% tariff?
It conceivably might have some other arrows in its quiver. I think the real challenge that China poses to the world is that it's not going to eat the exports that it used to send to the United States. It's going to send them to Europe. It's going to send them to Southeast Asia. It's going to displace American sales in those markets. It's going to displace European sales in those markets. And that is a turbulence we have yet to see, but I think we can anticipate it.
OK, Bruce Stokes from the German Marshall Fund. Really good to get your clarity and your assessment. Thank you very much. Much more, of course, on our website when it comes to the tariffs. And we're keeping an eye on the US markets, as you can see, because Wall Street, within the past half hour,